First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. First down. Hood. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. To throw on second down at Stafford. He's going to fire this thing deep right. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for the Lions. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Stafford on first down. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll be out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. His first carry of the game. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
46.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. There's just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun. 26. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. Room to run past midfield. Throw left side complete. It's Thompson. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. There he goes inside the 30. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A good pickup there at 22.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Now, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
26. 46.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Two eight. 26. 26.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Frank Clark in there to sack him for a loss of 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Good. Go. Get out there.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. His pass caught with the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a straight.
And the first play will be a field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And Detroit getting set to go now. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no... Brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Omaha, remember. 0. 21. Trick right.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Zero. Hey, 22. Zero.
3rd and 2, Stafford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Stafford now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down.
Check that. Double, tag. Hey, tag 58 right. Hey, 22.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Damian Ratley, 46 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And it's going to make our score 15-3. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super tough.
And this one completes a read. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Prescott now on 2nd down. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Prescott now from the 50, and under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 54 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
go 47, 47.
On the ground, Geis. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Second down, Prescott. Flushed out right. Incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 3rd and short.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They come up in an offset eye. They run with Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 30. Touchdown, Detroit, as his guys are in for 6. And the Lions add on to their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A first down throw for Prescott. Complete. Richardson has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Okay, 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. First down, Prescott. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Hey, here we go. 41's the whip.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. To the air again, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And again, it's Prescott. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
46.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Prescott yet again. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Redskins on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
46. 46.
Prescott from the gun. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whipped on it. So here come the Lions now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wild card matchup. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
26.
On third down, it's Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Four down. 26. We're going to 54. Wide in. Here we go. 46. 26.
Here's Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott down. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Prescott now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Line.
Prescott off play action. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, 47. Here we go, 46. 46.
To throw is Prescott. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Call it a 3-yard gain. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
26. Here we go, 46. Sweat. Hey. Here we go, 46. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from a long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
32.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Matt Ioannidis. able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Prescott on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
We go 47. 26. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete here.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now he'll let it go deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Middle. Hey, 22. Hey.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Damian Radley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Frank Clark in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
26.
Out of his end zone, Prescott fighting to stay upright. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 19.
Gun. Everybody, 4-8. Gun. 26.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
46.
Prescott going for the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Redskins on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
46.
To the air again, Prescott. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go, 46. 26. 26.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So out now come the Lions. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, it's Cole, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
So out now come the Redskins. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Prescott, and he drops this off to Thompson, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Prescott yet again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing. Prescott. That'll be caught right side by Reed. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive.
47.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Here's Prescott. Now he's forced out right. And the pressure gets to him again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun on third. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
46.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually get...
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Here's Prescott. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Brashad Perriman from 6 yards away. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move